Okay. It should be back now. Should be back now. How's this, everyone? Is this better? Less lag? Less lag? Let's see here. Let me get this. Let me get this working. All right. Okay. Let me just put the tight one here and yeah, okay. I don't know what was going on there. Okay. I don't know what's going on at the moment. There should be no reason for this to happen, but it is, it seems. If it starts lagging again, we might have to cancel things a bit, and I might have to do this again at a later date. Anyway, let's get back. That up. Let's get back. So now Mordred is an easy one. Mordred is just a bro. Mordred is a bro of the biggest broest steer. Mordred is a bro who I will appreciate. Mordred is a bro I would like to spend time with and just hang out with on a general basis. As such, I think Mordred, yeah, she also has a nice tummy as well, yes. But as such, I would probably like to just spend time hanging out with Mordred and just see how things go from there. Maybe it doesn't. Who knows? But yes, Mordred is a fun person to hang around with. Hey, Sin. Oh, don't worry, Viridian. You kind of missed me having to restart the stream due to some lag. Like, I don't know what was going on with that, but I had to restart the stream, and it was most irritating. Oh, you didn't miss much. Just me placing the initial waifus in the tier. One true waifu, wife, daughteru, mommy, girlfriend, just friends, co-workers, one night stand. If I was into guys, I ship them with someone else. Actively avoid and scum of the earth. Also, this is just Nero, so right here. Now, I don't have to explain reason why she's a married woman with a child. But would probably just be friends with her, but as said, she's a married woman with a child. I might hang out with her, but overall, well, she just needs to a ship with him. A ship with him. I have a ship with him here. And you know exactly what ship this with Suna. I kinda ship Suna with the banana. Where are you? Exactly. Suna and the banana belong together. Where are you? Suna. Oh, there. There you are. I ship these two together like Ibuki. Like Ibaraki doesn't know that they're shipped together, but the way they interact does have cases where she doesn't realize that he kinda has feelings for her. At least that's what I see. And I find this more interesting than Sigurd's and Brunhild's dynamic. So I put them here. Here. It besides, to be perfectly honest, the banana only could at best be a actively avoid otherwise because she's a bit too chaotic for my sense. But I would not be able to handle that gremlin for a long period of time. Need I say anything? Need I say anything? Yeah, I can see Suna being more of a big brother figure, and yeah, need I say anything for why Ibuki is in mommy tier? I like many things. Ibuki is one of them. Ibuki is mommy, 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 mommy. She is big. Big. She loves to hug. She's affectionate. It would certainly not be a proper wife or girlfriend relationship, but it would certainly be a mommy. Extremely affectionate. Exactly. Extremely affectionate. And you know what? I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. That mommy. Mommy. Next up, we have Muramasa. Now, he's a fun one, and I don't actually put him in and if I was into guys tier, but there's no actively avoid or scum tier here. I even when he was working as an enemy, he was pretty friendly and I liked spending time with him. And personally, I think I'd put him around friend tier just above Saber. He's a nice old man to hang out with, maybe share some foods, maybe share some drinks. I would definitely want to see him work because I find smithing and forging most fascinating. Plus, I would kill for a sword. He makes the best stuff. And overall, I just like his just like his vibe. He's a fun guy to relax around. Now, I know some people ship him with Castoria. I don't really do that. It doesn't feel like a ship to me, and I think that's mostly people sort of projecting due to the Saber and Shiro face situation. Instead, I would probably put him in. I'd probably put this more of a father-daughter relationship, if nothing else. Exactly. They don't really talk. It's more of a father-daughter relationship situation. Ah, yes. Earlier we had Gawain. Now we have the cooler Gawain, or the hotter Gawain, as I like to say it. Barghest. Mwah! Mwah! You beautiful, giant, muscular woman. I love you. Barghest is just French kiss. She she's a big, affectionate woman and who would love cuddles and love to go for a tumble, assuming she doesn't eat me. Yes, Barghest, woo! I would, if I didn't have my cat on my lap, I would probably woof at her. Or howl. Who knows? She's also a diligent maid. She has very strong morals, and she can cook a delicious meal. She's basically the perfect wife package. In terms of just friends. He's a fun character to hang out with, in terms of just friends. He's a fun character to hang out with, a nice, chill, laid back guy. I can see myself going camping with him. Well, depends on the situation, but I can see myself going camping or just hanging out with him when BB isn't messing with him. Have to hydrate. Delicious. But yeah. After that, Atalanta. So, I can see a potential friend relationship, but to be honest, Atalanta is kind of doesn't really strike me as the type of friend I would make. I would probably maybe say hello to her on occasion, pass her in the hall, ask her to watch the kids. But in terms of actual friends, I don't think we'd really work. Speaking of which, I probably should just put you in acquaintance as well, since I don't know anything about you. Yes, job babysitter. And let's be perfectly honest with ourselves, everyone. She would love to have that job. She would love to just be a babysitter and take care of children. Atalanta loves children, after all. So, so this is another ship situation. And, and I know that she is. I know for a fact that, well, she isn't a. Wait a minute. Oh, I know for a fact that Uriel isn't like her situation with Asterius is complicated. That it could just be more of a big sister relationship, but come on, she is literally his shoulder lolly. It's very easy to make this ship, and he cares about her a lot. So I put them fairly high on the relationship chart, even if it's a purely platonic couple. I think they are cute together, and I always enjoy seeing them hang out and her just hanging off of Asterius' shoulder. Arash. Yep, exactly. Arash. My goat, if I was into guys, you would be a pick. The what just Arash. Mr. Stella himself. Now, if I was into dudes, I would go for him in an instant. He's kind-hearted. He cares about others. He's strong as all hell. Well, Arash, I am not worthy. If I was into dudes, the only reason I would not want to date you is because I would not feel worthy to date you. And would literally die for you multiple times, again and again. He does. A lot. And now we have our couples. I'm gonna put Artemis and where are you, Orion? Artemis and I know he's around. There he is. Artemis and Orion here. Now again, doesn't mean I don't like their characters. The problem is that as we know, Artemis kind of just has one joke with Orion, and it's sort of her entire personality. It's literally just, oh, Orion, tee hee hee hee. Then he cheats. Orion. Now it's a funny joke when it pops up, as long as they don't overuse it. But I would love to see more of Artemis, as I very much appreciated their relationship during the Atlantis Lost Belt, which is why I'm going to bump it up a little bit. That was very cute and romantic. But I share the sentiment that other people have that they wish Artemis had more going on with her character than just as Orion, teehee, Orion, you cheated again. Exactly. It would be nice to see them on their own. I've said it before, but the way I like to justify it is that Artemis hijacking the Orion Saint graph to be summoned is the equivalent of trying to run an advanced algorithm meant for a supercomputer on a old first edition Apple laptop, like the first ever Apple mini laptop. You are not going to get good results with it. The hardware just cannot handle it, and as such, it is kind of stupid. Things crash all the time. David. Honestly, David is a fairly high coworker. I'd enjoy spending time with him, enjoy maybe having a drink or two, but other than that, I probably wouldn't do too much. He's just I want one Artemis ult that is a huntress and not love struck. Focus exactly. Exactly. It's something I definitely would appreciate in terms of usage, and it would be and considering that we're getting Demeter in the future, I mean once she pops out on NA, and that we already have stuff for Aphrodite, I can very easily see a situation where they release a new Artemis and an Aphrodite servant in one event. It would certainly get the gacha cost, that's for certain. Tesla. William Tesla. Mm, I would say I'd say I just sort of be friends with the guy. He's interesting and eccentric, and I probably would enjoy learning from him and or seeing what latest crazy invention he comes up with next time. But unfortunately, overall, well, there's nothing really to that would attract me to him. Not nothing, at least nothing that I'd intellectually like. Like next, we have another slot for if I was into guys. Nice. Like, and this one's purely on an aesthetic level. Arjuna's he's just hot. Like no ifs or buts. Oh, wrong button. No ifs or buts about it. Arjuna is just hot. What can I say? He's he's an attractive guy. He has a decent personality. So I like him. I've I would prefer the some of this old art I've seen and fan art I've seen of a female Arjuna. Those are some lovely designs and I just love them. But this version is good enough at the moment. Billy the Kid. He problem is that they've kind of said they're just doing the one thing with Artemis before Olympus. We had hopes of yeah. It's the unfortunate situation. They so Billy, I would put again on a similar tier to Robin. He's a fun kid to spend time with. I would, I'd probably ask him to teach me how to shoot a gun, but other than that, we're just kind of friends. I do hope they do change their mind one day with Artemis and give us the aspect of the Huntress, but with so many characters available, it's it's as fruitless as hoping for Medusa to get a swimsuit. Well, Medusa or Medea. Water. Next up, another boy for the E tier. These like you actually, I'll put you up with Gawain since I do find some amusement from you, and your music is good. But yeah, these two might have been friends if they hadn't completely destroyed their aura during the summer events. And he is actively doing it most of the time. Like I swear, it's like he's actively trying to make himself lose aura. Rice Boy himself. Oh, I would just say, friends, I don't have anything against you. I enjoy the fact that you produce infinite rice and you're generally a great guy, but overall I mean I just realized I forgot your name. What was your name again? And right. Haware Tota. Yeah, Tota is a fun guy. He's friendly, but there's nothing really about him that stands out too much. Except the rice balls. Rice balls and more rice, rice, rice. It would certainly cut down on the food expenses, that's to say the least. Ishtar. Ishtar. Do I need to explain Ishtar to any of you? Do I? Now, the only thing that's making me hesitant and is that Ishtar would probably fleece me for everything I've got. So it might be better for a one-night stand. On the other hand, it's a Rin. Wait. No. Ishtar's a one-night stand because there's a superior Rin available. There's actually two superior Rins available. So, Ishtar, you're one-night stand. I'd enjoy it, but probably wouldn't keep it up for a long time. But we can still be friends. Moriarty. Moriarty. Okay, so this is a tricky one with Moriarty. He has a lot of development. He's a fun character. But at the same time, he is Moriarty. He's a villain by default. So, I'm going to put him in actively avoid tier, if only because I'm trying to avoid getting myself implicated in his latest evil scheme. I do not want a criminal record, thank you very much. Like, I'll see you when I go down to the bar. I'll see you when I have a drink. But other than that, it's fine. I just avoid you. Emiya Alter. To be frank, this is easy. He scares me. I honestly would be kind of scared of him. And I would avoid that because he's kind of scary. Just let me put him actually over here behind Nero. I'm just kind of scared. He can be scary. I don't want to go near him. Tomoe Gozen, the gamer granny herself. To be perfectly honest, even though this is actually a problem. Okay, I'm actually going to have to put her high in the I ship them with someone else tier because she has a husband. She clearly cares about her husband a lot. So she'd probably just be my fun gaming partner. But other than that, I wouldn't try to get between her and her husband. NTR is a terrible trope. At least it's not a trope I am into. Yeah, she's the Beat Saber buddy. Boom, 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 boom. Beat Saber. Dun, 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 dun. Also, I don't have a VR headset, so I can't play Beat Saber. But it would be fun. It would be fun. Very, very fun. Alright. Fujino. So, Fujino's a fun little instance. And let me tell you a story. When I first knew her, when I first learned about her, I was kind of on her. Nothing really. She was just sort of the other character from what was it called? Not Everything Snow. Garden of Sinners, that's it. The other character from Garden of Sinners who is connected to Shiki. So maybe I would have put her in coworker or low just friends tier. Then the what was it called? Which summer event was it? The camping summer event happened, and we had those scenes where you talk to the kind of ghost that represents her and just discuss and build a connection. And from that day, I kind of put her in girlfriend tier. I just liked that scene so much. I kid you not, when it did happen, I quite literally, he stopped for a moment and went straight to the banner and rolled for her because I just She was fun, and I had a connection there. It was a sweet moment that made her one of my favorite characters, even though I have yet to get around to watching Garden of Sinners. I've just liked her from FGO. What can I say? Hey, Chiron. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Agent. I put Fujino high up there. Chiron. So I don't think I could be friends with Chiron, but I'd certainly be close co-workers and probably try and get some training from him. Nothing too high, but just a little bit of training in order to get a bit stronger because I am a bit of a noodle. So some training from one of the best trainers in Greek legend might go a long way for me. Or it will kill me. There's no ifs or buts about it. It would either be good or bad. But Chiron's a fun character, so I would consider him a high tier co-worker. Napoleon! 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 To be honest, it's she's not on here. Light of Dreams Go, exactly. Now, I would put him in if I was into guys, I might want to smash that, but I actually kind of liked his relationship with Ophelia and low-key kind of shipped them. What can I say? By low-key kind of shipped them, and I hope Ophelia one day gets a servant version so we can have romantic moments between these two. Or at least comedic moments where Napoleon flirts with her while she tries to reject him. It would be funny, to say the least. So I putting him in the I ship him with someone else tier. I will say that my other Ophelia ship is with Mash, but Mash is over here and girlfriend material. Next we have William Tell. I'm just gonna put him in coworker. I have nothing against him. He's badass grandpa with his crossbow machine gun. And that is cool. That is just very, very cool. But yeah, he's a cool old man. And he definitely had some badass moments during the Indian Lost Belt. But at the end of the day, he kind of just hasn't really done much after that. And I like him, but not that much. So I'm putting him here. Yeah. Then we have Ashvataman. Ashman. Ashpa? However I pronounce his name, he's a bit too much of a hothead for my taste, but I can see why someone would be into him. So maybe if I was into guys, I'd like the hothead. Yeah, the guy that really should be an Avenger, Hot Wheels himself. I can see why someone would like him, and he does have some cool and honorable moments. I especially loved the scene in during the Indian Lost Belt where he went to the place where all the deleted stuff went, met up with Karna, and then they basically had a Dragon Ball Z training arc, which magnifique, magnificent. Paris. Paris, I think I'll just say we'd be friends. I don't really have strong feelings to Paris, but he's cute, he's friendly. I'd probably enjoy spending some time with him. But other than that, he's a bit too much of a brocon. Not brocon, but he's a bit too focused on his big brother for me to really have too much anything more than that. Plus, Hermes is hanging around, and I'm not really into that type of stuff. So yeah, that's Paris. I he's fine, nothing special, but nothing super unique in my opinion. Oh, speaking of unique, we have we have the probably the I'm just gonna put you at top of friend group. She is the symbol of chaos herself. Oh, oh, and well, I very much appreciate her. I very, very, very much appreciate Sei Shonagon. She's chaotic, she's manic, and she's just pure fun. Plus, again, as an introvert myself, she's my extrovert. She's far too gay for her empress. Exactly, that's true as well. She's too gay. Okay. Also, looks like we have a bit of an ad break. I'm just going to take a moment. One moment, everyone. I'm going to take this opportunity to go grab a snack. I'll be right back. So one moment. I'm going to go grab a snack. Oh, ah, ah. That was delicious. That was delicious. So I'm back for my snack. I'm back. Hope you didn't miss me. Nom, nom, nom. That was good. That was good. Now, where was I? Where was I? Ah, yes. Sei Shonagon. And she is a very fun character. When I initially did her event, it wasn't really that special. However, with subsequent in- interactions and her just popping up regularly, I just fell in love. She's just one of those fun characters who I'd love to hang out with on a regular basis. Maybe her energy might be a bit much for me, maybe not. Plus, on the plus side, she is the kryptonite for Ashia Doman, and the utter kryptonite for him. Which is very good because I hate him. I have not forgiven you, Doman. I have not. Ah, delicious. Next, next up, we have Oda Nobunaga's little brother, Oda Nobukatsu. All right, so Nobukatsu would probably go in the co-worker tier, not for any particular reason of me disliking him. Honestly, I kind of like his character. He can be pretty fun. But because he's obsessed with his sister. He is just, yeah, exactly. He's too obsessed with his sister to really do much with. Maybe I could have fun by going to him and talking about Nobu, but other than that, not really much else. Nothing else I can do. Just he'd spend all his time talking about his sister, and at some point it gets a bit awkward. Ah, Baoban Si. Baoban Si. I would put her. I'm not going to put her at wife tier. I don't think she is wife. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so I'm a bit conflicted here because while I definitely consider her girlfriend here you just need to work to get past the nurtured evilness and get to the nature of goodness and sweetness beyond beneath. the thing is, I kind of, yeah, it takes a while to get past the hard outer layer and get to the fun-loving inner layers that are just enjoyable to spend time with. But when you get to that point, then it's enjoyable. But until you get to that point, bit of a it can be a bit of a challenge. And still, I do like her. I do have a minor issue, but this is more of the fact that I low key have a slight ship with her and Castoria, but to be perfectly honest, it's more like a friendship. I consider them volatile best buddies, if nothing else. I don't consider them girlfriend material to each other. Well, maybe, but it's not the usual thing. She is very insufferable until she chills out. Yeah, that's entirely true. Very insufferable. And even then, she's a bit too into trying to live up to her mom's wish. Yeah, that's the main issue there. Overall, I think she is decent girlfriend material. You just have to work on it. Have to work on it. Ah, Zenobia. First of all, gonna say right now, Zenobia, sexy as all hell. Like, no doubt about it. She is sexy. Very sexy. The thing is, I don't really see her as waifu material, and I probably wouldn't be much of a friend with her. So this would be more of a co-worker situation. Now, I have a friend who, if you show him a picture of Zenobia, he becomes a panting dog. But other than that, not really for me. Not really for me. Yeah, I can appreciate her smoking hot body on display, but not really friend material. Oh, so next up, wait, what's his name again? I can't remember this guy's name. Minamoto no Tametomo. Oh, uh, the fact that I can't remember his name kind of puts him at high tier. I like that he's a robot. Like, I'm no doubts about it. I like that he's a fighting robot. He's a mecha. Mecha are cool. But other than that, I don't really know much about his personality, and I don't really know enough to be friends with him. So we just sort of eh, eh. This bastard though, I'm actively avoiding you. You, I don't trust you. You are the shadiest guy out there, Shinsaku. You are just too shady for my blood. He is too shady. Yeah, exactly. Robots are best when there are cute girls inside. Hey, but that's not canon. And yeah, Takeru is just sus. He is just too suspicious. Similarly, a lot of speculation. Until they show it, though, there's nothing we can do. Until they show it, there's nothing we can do. Next up, we have Kali and Durga. I'm treating these as a package deal. Now, not only are they already married, they're obsessed with their husband. There's the simple fact is, I'm terrified of them. They're scary. They're scary. So no, I don't want to go near them. They scare me. They're hot, but they scare me, and I do not like fear boners. No. No, I don't like fear boners. Nope, nope, no. No, siree. No. No. Uh, huh. So with the fear boners out the way, could I There, Durga is a lot more reasonable, true. So, okay, so I'm going to leave Callie down there and actively avoid. But Durga, I'd be willing for a one-night stand. I'd be willing for a one-night stand with Durga if I got the opportunity. Callie, no, not touching. Durga, sure. Next up, we have Ptolemy. Ptolemy. Ptolemy is a fun character. I think I'll put him in. I think I'll put him in friend tier. Here, I can be friend with Ptolemy. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true of Durga. Although we have to be fair, part of what makes Lip is a bit of Durga. Durga data was involved in creating Lip, so that might have something to do with it. Now, as for Ptolemy, I definitely consider him a bit of a friend after the event we went on. I enjoyed interacting with him, and I did like the discussions and the exploration of his character. So he's someone I could see hanging out with, and I'll put the older Ptolemy a bit higher because I would enjoy having some lovely intellectual discussions with him. Actually, let me put him about here. That's better. I enjoy having some intellectual discussions and figuring things out, or learning more about the world from his vast knowledge. He is a very knowledgeable guy after all, so maybe he knows something. Maybe he doesn't. Who knows? Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Yes. Sugitani. I couldn't remember her name for a second, but I do like her. She is a fun character, especially in terms of the whole I was on the run. I found this monk who said he could hide me, then he turned me into a woman. I always enjoy it when Fate has some fun with. Yeah. Yeah, she knows that I'm just a sniper who's famous for shooting at this one guy, or in this case, Nobu girl. But I still try my best, so honestly, I kind of put her at high coworker. Or maybe I could be friends, but she feels a bit too professional for me to become proper friends with her, so I just be a friendly coworker. However, this character right here, Saika, she is the first member of a wrong button. Die. I really have to. She is the first member of an exclusive group. She's Dortaru. I'm putting her in Dortaru. And also, yes, I've seen the jokes about Firefly from Honkai Star Rail looking like her, but I kind of consider her Dortaru, even though I know she's adult. She's just too cute, and I think she does need a bit of guidance as a good Dortaru. So yes, I like you. You're cute. You're a cutie patootie. Yeah, Gun Kokoro, exactly. Gun Kokoro. Another character I don't really know much about, so I'm just gonna put in coworker again and just say yeah. I think this is Ramses, right? So I'm just gonna put him under coworker and call it today. Not really much I can do, and my cat's back. Hello, kitty. It's fun. Yeah, sorry, kit. Yeah, it's funny choice. Yeah, funny choice of fighting the Archer Grand Raids with. True enough. Lots of potential with her, and I do look forward when the Grand Raids pop up because I want to have fun with them and try these mono class builds. I'm actually preparing with something I was doing already before they popped up. with my level up every single character to max level, and nighttime raids are not exclusive. True enough. True enough. Now, those raids are exactly why I'm leveling everyone to max level and also leveling their skills as high as I can. Ku Cullen. Yeah, if I was into guys, Ku would be high on the list. He is a very cool man, and he is Ku after all. He's awesome, he's cool, he's loyal. Oh, he has an attractive body. I mean, look at that spandex. Ooh la la. There's not. Plus, there's a lot of fun personality elements. At the very least, he would be fun to go fishing with. If so, yeah, Ku is the if I was into guys tier. Although now that I think about it for a second, there is a ship for him that I unfortunately have to. Well, not unfortunately, that I do have to follow, and it's unfortunate because, well, the other end of that ship is a top tier waifu. Where are you, Bizette? Bizette. Where are you? There you are. Yeah, they're just. I'm not going to split up a happy couple, especially considering that this divine spirit in Bizette kind of doesn't like Ku, so that makes it even more funny. But these two are kind of shipped together in my mind, so me muscling in on either of them just wouldn't feel right. Right, so Ku, Bizette, kiss. Whoop. Sorry. Now, Elizabeth Bathory. Okay. So, I'm going to say right now, she isn't really girlfriend material. She's fun. She's fun to be around, but I don't think she's good girlfriend material. Instead, I think Elizabeth is high up on the friends tier list. She's good in small doses as a friend, but in larger quantities, she's a bit much. Yeah, she's fun to admire from a distance, but not admire from close up. And if she ever starts to sing, run for the hills. A good friend to have, but not one I want to be around all the time. Ben K. Eh. Like, he has some amusing moments, but I mean, he's not even the real Ben K. Ku Prototype. I forgot that you were a thing. I'm going to put you on as well. Ben K. Yeah. And Ku Prototype. Yeah, I got like 6. Well, actually, I think this tier list doesn't really include the summer forms all that much. So it kind of squishes some of the extra forms together. Although not for all of them. Because I should have encountered a Summer Liz by this point. With that out the way, and Ku, we have Mr. Leonidas, Math Man himself. The strongest wall of Uruk was not made from stone. It was made from rippling muscle. If I was a girl, I would definitely be in. Well, if I was into guys, I would definitely be into him. I mean, look at those muscles. Yeah, and he's cool. He trains hard. There's not much. There's a lot to like about him. So I'd say he's a. If I was into guys, I would put him here. Romulus. I'm going to actually kind of avoid him. And not be mostly because while it can be fun in doses, is the whole Roma, Roma, Roma stick can will probably get very, very annoying very quickly. Very, very quickly. Ooh. Now, after that, there is Hector, the old man of Troy himself. I don't think I'd be able to be friends with Hector, unfortunately. I'd probably be a work acquaintance. He'd be that cool uncles types of characters. The guy who I, hang out with a little bit, maybe see things, but other than that, that not really my hey, wanna be friends situation. I think we all know where this is going, so let's just skip to the end. Mommy, mommy. Yep, Skaha. Skaha, you are a wonderful woman, and you are scary trainer. And I do not consider you girlfriend material, but you can be my mother. Want to go for something slightly more canon? Hot auntie. Yeah, exactly. She is also the hot auntie. She's more the hot, attractive auntie situation than full on mommy, but I don't want to go into too many specifics. So yeah, she'd worked for hot auntie as well. I'm just going to put you next to your normal version. Artoria the Lancer Alter. Honestly, I think I'd just go for one night stand just for the chance to feel those booba. Like, this to be sexy and bad at mold. Exactly. I'd put Artoria Lancer Alter as just one night stand because I want to touch the booba. I want to feel how bouncy they are. So let me touch them. Touch the booba. And like with Arjuna, Karna is firmly into the if I was into guys territory. Nothing too special about that. He's hot, he has a noble spirit, and he is just generally a good guy. So if I was into boys, actually, this happens a lot. I put a character in that, then I remember a ship for them. And this is a ship that I actually very much enjoy, even more than Ku and Bizette. Because where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Can't escape from me, you neat. Cancer, cancer, cancer. Ah, here she is. Hinako. Oh, get between the Karnas. She, because they deserve each other. It's a very healthy and good relationship for them to have. Now, normally Jinako would probably just be a gamer friend, but I do love the idea in a modern, real world AU. We just have Jinako, who comes out of her rooms with her friends. She's known as the Neat, and then she introduces everyone else to, oh, by the way, this is my hot white Indian and boyfriend Karna. It's fun. And because people would just go, how did a girl like this bag a man like that? And it would be hilarious. Fionn, kind of again, just not really. Just not really there. Yeah. However, I'm terrible with names. I keep forgetting names of characters. See, this is why I'm not the best with names. I keep forgetting them very, very easily. Ah, yes. Li Shuen, that's what the character's name is. Li Shuen. Hinako coached into actually losing weight by Karna, which makes it a very healthy relationship between the two of them. Li Shuwen is a bro. I'd put him as and put him around this tier of friends, and he'd be fun to hang around with, and I just like to spend time with him. Maybe just have a drink, watch a movie, maybe watch a bad kung fu movie and watch him criticize all the forms. Lartoria, who I'm going to include the Bunny Toria because I don't think Bunny Toria's included in this one. Let me see. Let me double check rulers. Rulers. Yeah, they're not. Doesn't include Bunny Toria. So yeah, I'm going to put Lartoria as probably another one night stand. No, not close enough emotional connection to go full girlfriend situation, but I can see myself getting being a bit drunk at the casino and then making my moves and probably losing all my money at the blackjack table or something. But I'd at least enjoy my time with Lartoria. Vlad prototype. I'm putting him in the air. I don't really know much about him. It's not gay if it's clay. But unfortunately, but I have to say though, there's only one true partner for Enkidu, and that's Gilgamesh, because it's 100% gay when it's clay when they do it. Medusa Lily. Daughteroo, you deserve head pats and affection, Anna. Head pats and affection. Taiga. Okay, so this is the scenario I sort of imagine. I sort of imagine being friends with Taiga, but also that we'd be willing to try it once or twice. I can imagine us just hanging out one day, and it just somehow coming up in conversation where I just said I can't. You're very hot, honestly. If I could, I would totally bet a woman like you, and she'd just go, hey, sure, let's try it. And the next thing I know, I'm in bed with her and it's the next morning, and I feel like I was not the one in the control of that situation. I certainly was not. What was your name again? My memory's so short sometimes. Yes, Parvati. Unfortunately, Parvati falls under this character is married, so I can't really consider it. So I'm just gonna slot her here. Oh, not there. Unfortunately, lonely single teachers drunk at the bar. Hey, what? That's how it is. That's how it is. There's that's just how these things go. But the thing is, I don't actually drink. I don't really go to bars myself. I'm a bit too much of an introvert, plus money. Just money is too much of a question. Hosen. Honestly, putting him in the co-worker camp because he's a friendly guy, just not friends territory. So he's a co-worker. Neza. Neza's... I'm actually going to put him more in friends category than anything else. Also, the interactions I've had with her always felt more, I'm friends with you, we're friendly with each other, but not really your girlfriend or wife material. Now Eresh Kigal. Eresh Kigal is 100% girlfriend material. So dating her would be quite the treat. She she's very cute. She has all the cuteness of Rin, and she looks lovely. Her outfit is mwah. In fact, I actually only got her like a couple months ago. Go on her last banner. Was it longer? Actually, it might have been a while. I can't remember now that I think about it. But yeah, her space form, that is a problem. Obviously I haven't experienced the event yet, but I know enough to know that space form has a bit more of the yandere tendencies. So yes, Erish Gigal goes nicely in my girlfriend tier list. Tree found trap. Yeah, I'd get trapped in a soul cage if she didn't have Rin there to balance her out. Speaking of which, that is a fun thing to think about because ever since we've seen Fate Strange Fake, we've seen what Ishtar acts like without the Rin side to balance her out a little bit. Same, and we know that Eresh Kigal without the Rin side is crazy, kind of very yandere. So it's a good thing that Rin was the one chosen to be the balancing act and dilute the divine insanity. Speaking of which, we have tanned Ereshkigal, Ereshkigal Alter. I'll just put her at the same tier. Here, I like the tan. Okay, the Valkyries here. Here, this is an interesting case because the Valkyries are actually dependent on which one you're talking about. Orthlind and is actually girlfriend tier. She's very cute. She has an interest in romance, but she's still growing. So I consider her girlfriend tier. However, her sisters, I put more in friend tier list. Specifically, the friend tier list of the gaming group. It was made clear at least that the love is also true to her divine self, just not contained. Yeah, still tries to abduct people. She does need a little bit of help here and there. Just a little bit. And, who are you again? Who is that servant again? Qingling Yu. Ah, Qingling Yu. She's actually one of the few female characters. Because, to be perfectly honest, Liang Yu, I can't remember much about her. I remember her popping up in the Chinese Lost Belt, but she was sort of just side there, not really that important. And after that, I don't think they did anything with her, so I'm just kind of eh. Not what can I say? All right, and now we have the Griffin butt sniffer herself. And yes, she sniffs. I remember when you did that, Bradamante. I remember when you sniffed the butt of Astolfo's griffin, that is technically your griffin. And yeah, I know that you're taken. So you're going to go over honestly over here because it might be your main shtick, but it's a funny shtick, and you at least have other stuff going on with you. And Nagao Kagetora, you're going in. Yeah, Kagetora is girlfriend material. She's crazy. She's definitely crazy, but in a fun way that I enjoy. I like Kagetora, so I'm putting her in girlfriend section. I don't know how long we'd be able to date if we were given the possibility of dating. And I don't know if I'd have all my limbs unbroken if that's the case. But even if it's not, yes, she's a cat. She's a cat person. And if you know how to handle a cat, you should know how to handle Nagao Kagetora. Speaking of girlfriend material, oh, Gareth. Gareth is just both. She's just so earnest. She's cute. She's attractive. If I enjoy just her being a bundle of energy, and this is why she's girlfriend material in my books. Because and because of what Lancelot did to her, because of what you did to Gareth, Lancelot, I'm putting you down to actively avoid, out of spite. Out of spite, I tell you, for killing Gareth. My only complaint is that she talks a bit too much about her big brother. But other than that, Gareth is a sweetie, a doggo that deserves protection. Pat, 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 pat. Pat, 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 pat. Alright, so this is a complicated one. This is a complicated one for Canis. Because on the one hand, Canis is a good, very muscular waifu about Thrud. Because Thor has a daughter named Thrud, which has led to some speculation that she's the Valkyrie Thrud. But it could also be coincidence. True enough. True enough. Now, as for Canis, I put Canis as a friend. And I'm not stupid enough to try to romance her or him, but I definitely can see having fun with him as a friend because I do not have a death wish. Ah, Roma! I'm going to have to put him on the Romulus Quinarius at the same level as Romulus because to be perfectly honest, he is that I get tired of the old is Rome very quickly. Old is Rome is a bit much. Now we have Erish, who's another fun character. Now, I will say right now, I don't put her in shipping with Voyager. I don't consider their relationship with each other to be close enough to be a proper ship. It's more of a sibling bond, in my viewpoint. Yeah, okay, I like Erish as a girlfriend. She's a cute girlfriend who would take me on museum dates. I'd enjoy my time with her, and then I would dote over her little brother, which would get me brownie points because girlfriend and appreciates that I also like Voyager. Actively avoid her specifically because she would fuck with me. Like tell me that Vitra would fuck with me. Like I know for a fact that she would fuck with me, and there's nothing I can do about that because it's Vitra. That's how she rolls. Now, Melusine in wife tier. Melusine is wife. Yes, she is cute. She's adorable. She's powerful. She's certainly into that type of stuff. And I would give her all the love and affection and show that she is the most beautiful thing in the world. So Melusine is my chosen choice. Any objections? None? As expected. That none can reject the beauty of Melusine. Now Percival, he goes straight into If I was into guys tier, the guy, explain it, he's the White Knight in this. He's the White Knight character. Oh yeah, aside from being a bit too clingy, Melusine does have that issue. But to be fair to her, she's competing against multiple other characters. I can forgive her being a bit clingy. As I was saying, so Percival, I think, works as the White Knight's archetype much better than prototype Arthur works. Because Percival, oh, he's noble, oh, he's honest, he's brave. I appreciate Percival. Never actually really used him, but I appreciate him. And plus, he's a good big brother. Now, Sakamoto, Ryoma, and Oreo, they go straight into the top of I ship them with someone else because their dynamic is just adorable. I enjoy seeing how Ryoma and Oreo interact with each other and interact with other people, especially in the sense of after the Guda event where we got the 5-star version of them, where we saw how deep their relationship is. I also appreciate the start of their relationship where Ryoma found a dragon impaled on top of a mountain, and that dragon serpent was planning to deceive him into freeing it. And then he freed it without a second thought, just because it looked very uncomfortable and captured Oreo's heart. Ah, quite lovely. Quite lovely. The best counter guardian ever. I say it right now. Sakamoto Ryoma is the best counter guardian. And Don Quixote and Sancho. Oh, they're friends. Like I'm putting them high on my friend tier list. I enjoy Don Quixote and Sancho. Oh, I now this is not just my Limbus Company bias talking. Don Quixote and Sancho are fantastic friends. He started as a fraud, but over time he grew into a true hero, and I admire that about him. He just needs a bit of a confidence boost, in my opinion. And Sancho is the ever loyal secretary, attractive, but I know not to well get between a woman and her knight. Ah, oh, Brito Mart. Brito Mart. Girlfriend or just friends? Should Brito Mart be girlfriend or just friends? Okay, I'm going to be honest here. While I'm attracted to Brito Mart on a physical level, she kind of feels like she's still learning about the world, that I wouldn't feel comfortable becoming her, starting to date her. It kind of would feel like I'm taking advantage. Instead, I would just put her as a decent friend that I'd try and help grow into a person, and maybe in time it can become romance. If that makes sense, everyone? Okay. Next up, we have Bima. He goes firmly into the if I was into guys tier. As a person, he not only can he cook, which is great, he was also, how should I phrase this? I appreciated how throughout the entire Singularity, his main focus was specifically to help his master and help with her problems. Yeah, I consider her a bit too sheltered. Right? That's the right word. I consider Britomart a bit too sheltered and and that would make me feel a bit scummy if I tried to romance her too soon. Yep, Bima would be a if I'm into guys because that's he's a very supportive man. He's heroic and he's good in the kitchen. As you said, he makes some mean curry. I funny enough, I don't actually really like curry that much, specifically because I have a very low spice tolerance. But I appreciate him as a character. Now, I have not met this character yet. Her event hasn't happened, and Bishion, so I have no actual opinions on her. I mean, she's cute. I consider her very cute, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to put her with the rest of the co-workers until I learn more about her. At the moment, I consider her very cute, but other than that, there isn't really much going for her. Medusa, you deserve girlfriend. Good job, Medusa. Oh boy, we've been going at this for oh wow, almost 2 hours and over 2 hours, and we barely made a dent. And we've just gone through the night classes. Well, with a bit of extras. Let's see how much longer we can go. Might have. Let me just get this set. Let me just swap around. Just swapping some stuff around here. There we go. Up next is Georgios. Now, I actually put him in good friend territory. He isn't really a romantic prospect, but I enjoy his love of photography and simply trying to capture the moments around Chaldea. So overall, I appreciate him. I appreciate him quite a bit. As such, I put him as friends, but very high friends. I'd enjoy spending time with him, and I'd love to look through his photography. Yep, thank him for every CE, exactly. Which means he also took pictures of Mash in in the Dangerous Beast outfit. Alright, now Blackbeard's a difficult one to rate. On the one hand, he kinda is cringy in the way that I hit wants to actively avoid, like he takes it a bit too far. On the other hand, he can be a bro when he's bro beard mode. So, okay, I'm going to put him in. Yeah, I'm going. True enough, true enough. I'm going to put him in just friends tier, or to represent the fact that while I do appreciate him and he can be quite the bro, though I also acknowledge that as a person, he can also be a bit cringy sometimes, and I might not want to stick around for that. Not all the time, at the very least. At least, at the very least. Oh. True, he is a staunch hag enjoyer. He loves them hags. Even though he pretends to like the lollies. Boudica. Mommy. Boudica is a mommy. She is mother. Boudica's mother. You are a very good mother, Boudica. Very good. I like a lot of other people. I do hope to see a higher star version of Boudica one of these days. As a lot of people talk about they want Avenger Boudica, but I sort of want things like Berserker Boudica. That would be interesting. But regardless, Boudica is, as a member of the kitchen crew, is certified mommy. Ushi Wakamaru. Yeah, the Avenger Boudica opportunity is mostly over. That's true enough. Ushi Wakamaru. So, I'm going to tell everyone a story for a bit. Ushi Wakamaru, she was one of my first rider servants. I got her in one of my first temples. Also, the tutorial temple. And she carried me for a fair bit. She was very useful. I liked her as a character. She was nice and useful, decently simple, but still strong. Then I saw the Babylonia anime, and I saw her more in events. I just grew to love her a lot. She is one of my few level 100 servants, actually. I grailed her to level 100, and one of these days I want to go further. So, Ushi Wakamaru, you're I'm going to put her in high girlfriend because I don't think she'd be great as wife. But you are high girlfriend here. High girlfriend. As for Iskander, I'm just kind of at with him. He kind of just feels like a way to just have a diet at Alexander the Great, to be perfectly honest. Because they didn't want to do Alexander the Great just yet, so they did the smaller one. Marie Antoinette. Marie Antoinette, I don't think I could ever date her. I wouldn't be able to afford her, but she would certainly be a good friend that I'd love to hang out with and enjoy my time together with her. She is, how should I phrase this? She's fun, viva la France and all that. Plus I would love to see if she still has that lesbian thirst for Jean and Jolter. That's always funny to think about. Haha, exactly. And next, and of course, next we have Saint Martha, the Saint of the Iron Fist. I honestly love her character. Yes, Punch Saint. She's fun-loving, and she's not too strict, but she's still a devout Christian. Now, to be perfectly honest, I don't think I could date her. I don't think she'd be girlfriend material, but she'd definitely be close friends up there with Mordred. And I'd definitely be close friends with her up there with Mordred and enjoy seeing her more delinquent side. Drake. To be perfectly honest, Drake is one night stand all the way. Okay, I can imagine a scenario. We at the feast. Drake breaks out her infinite booze cup. We drink. We drink. And a lot of these one night stands all about drinking. Yeah, she's too free to be tied down. So we'd probably just have some fun one night stands and just remain friends, or her be the captain, I'm still part of the crew. Same with the Yuri pirates. Only in this case, we would have a wonderful night, a great threesome, and the next morning I'd wake up with no money because they just stole everything not nailed down in my house. Tell me they wouldn't do that. Like these two would 100% just steal everything in your house. Astolfo. Hmm. Exactly. Yoink. Astolfo. I'm gonna put. Yeah, it is funny that Berserker comes from Old Norse, but there are very few actual Berserkers who are Norse. I think I'm gonna put Astolfo in Just Friends. I I understand though that some people like the little boy, not boy, little boy, and like the gremlin, but he doesn't really do it for me. He's more of a funny friend I hang out with rather than any potential romantic prospect, assuming I'm into that type of thing. He's cute, not saying that he isn't, but he's more of a silly friend I'd keep around, and maybe use to annoy other people. Now we're on to the other pink-haired girl, Meb. Meb has a ship. If you've played the right events, you know what ship this is. Because Maeve, well, she is, yep, she is an ice cream lover. She loves her ice cream. Now where are you? Yep, Maeve goes with Scotty. Maeve, if you're a dominant woman, but moment Scotty shows up, yep, you become a useless lesbian. It's quite an enjoyable experience, to say the least. And I think they were genius when they came up with that joke. Because I always enjoy it whenever we see these two together. As such, they're a pair. They're a couple. Iskandar. Now, I'm not going to do the whole thing of saying Iskandar should be paired up with Waver. Those two are just friends. And so I'll just be friends with Iskandar and play video games with him. That's... And speaking of friends and best boys, Kintoki, my golden hero. So you deserve to be up there right next to Nojiko. Golden! Yep, big fan of Civ games and general real-time strategy games as well. 1 second. Oh, yeah, he does. Kintoki's there. He's got my back. He's the bro to the end. He's the type of bro that will stand by you and pull you out of the fire, get in a fist fight with a gorilla for you, and pour you a drink afterwards. Or even let you borrow his motorcycle to impress a girl. Ozymandias. Okay, so to be perfectly honest, while he's fun as a character to look at, I don't think I'd be ever become friends with Ozymandias. His arrogance is fun behind the screen, but it can be grating in person. And I would be afraid of offending him, but not as much as with Gil. So I'm going to just put him in co-worker tier. Yeah, true enough, he also is devoted to his wife. He's a married man. And she doesn't really appear in the story, so I'm not going to put him in already taken tier, but he is devoted to his wife. That's true as well. Where to put Big Sis? Where to put Big Sister? I'm going to put her in girlfriend tier. To right around there. Quetzalcoatl. Quetz is, well, she's just fun incarnate. She's exciting, full of energy. Yeah, I would appreciate that and love spending time with her. Up to a point, then I would probably get exhausted trying to keep up with her energy, which would be a problem. Not to mention, I would likely also be forced into lucha libre. I would get my bones broken. I'd appreciate being her boyfriend, but there's only so much I could do. Ah, Columbus. Scum. Yeah, she's a very carefree woman. She's a very carefree woman, exactly. Columbus, you're scum. You're just scum of the earth. Just complete, utter scum of the earth, Columbus. I'm gonna put you there. Do you have redeeming properties? Sometimes. But usually you get redeeming properties when it's someone else inhabiting your body. Now, next we have Ivan the Terrible. I think I'm just going to put him with co-workers. He's not bad, obviously, but I don't think I'd be friends with him. I'd work with him. I'd probably have discussions with him. I'd probably enjoy some good food with him, but probably wouldn't become friends or anything. Speaking of friends, we have Achilles. I think Achilles is another bro character. No, I don't. He's definitely a bro character. I'd enjoy spending some time with, hanging out with, and generally just enjoying each other's company. That said, I would have to be careful because there's the Amazoness. Yes, and looks like the ads are popping up again, and that's fine. That's fine. 1 second. So yes, there's Amazoness and all that nonsense. So Achilles is a fairly all-right friend, but not like a super close friend. More of a I hang out with him on occasion friend. Sakamoto Ryoma. You're going to go with other Ryoma. Right there. Red hair. Okay, I'm going to put low colleagues for red hair. And there's nothing wrong with him, but, well, yeah, him in this case, because red hair is originally female, but is one of those rare cases of fake gender bends that went the other direction. But overall, red hair isn't really someone I'd interact with, and I'm not Gudako, who really likes the horse. Like, Gudako loves horse, which is interesting characterization by Carnival Phantasm. Now, this next one's going to be a tricky situation because it's Rhaenys. Rhaenys, who, on the one hand, Rhaenys is a interesting and fun character, and certainly good waifu material. But on the other hand, she's also a bit of a manipulator. She's a bit of a, how should I put this? She's kind of scary. So I'm gonna put her in actively avoid because I'd be kind of scared of her. She's, hey, what can I say? Rhaenys is scary. Rhaenys, if she wasn't so scary, I could put her in girlfriend here, but you scare me, Rhaenys. As for Da Vinci, friend, best friend, high level friend. I love Da Vinci. You are, I have trauma from you, so I care so much about you. So Da Vinci Lily is friend, very friendo. So I would honestly, I would not be surprised if Ritsuko or other members of the Chaldea crew hugged Da Vinci Lily and just cried on occasion when they remember the original Da Vinci. Bartholomew Roberts. I'm avoiding you and your weirdly specific fetish that you force on everyone. You just stop forcing your fetish on everyone. Please. Please. Now, Mandricard Bro. Top of the list. Mandricardo is just best bro. Good bro, my friend, my bro. He's reliable. He's a reliable friend who knows what to do. He just needs a bit of a a confidence boost. Yeah, or maybe a lot of a confidence boost regularly. But he's a very good friend. Mandricardo, keep it up, buddy. Keep it up. Okay, let me just adjust my seating. Ding. Ah, Europa. I've said I don't think I can put her anywhere but mommy because she's literally grandmother. Er, Now, I will say that she isn't my favorite servant, and I like her design. I like the giant metal bull, and she is certainly fun on occasion. But other than just being everyone's grandmother, she doesn't really have much going for her, and I wish they added a bit more. Still, overall, she's a fun character, and definitely deserves the mommy title. Odysseus. No. I'm going to just put Odysseus here because he is a married man. And as Epic the Musical said, that he just loves his Penelope. So there's no way in good consciousness can I try to take Odysseus away from Penelope. Your love is strong, man. You went through enough of it, so you went through enough torment to get there. So you deserve all the love you can get. Alright, so I'm gonna have to separate this. Nemo not I think I'll put as honestly a high co-worker. The Nemo Marines are fun and the Nemo and the other Nemos are also enjoyable, but there's always this professional distance between everything. There's a you can't exactly call yourself friends, and as such, you just sort of have to be a professional distance. Hey, Pensage. Hey, welcome back to the stream. I hope. Yeah, we've been going on for a while. We had some technical difficulties earlier due to lag, so I had to restart the stream. But overall, we've been making decent progress. What do you think? I'm trying to be very selective about who gets the wife and girlfriend tags. Speaking of best, we have one of our best friends. Our best friends. It's Habitrot. Habitrot, you deserve that prime place up there in top friends with Da Vinci. Habitrot is a loyal friend, and I very much appreciate her as a character, both in terms of being a friend to Mash and being a friend to Morgan. And and plus, Habitrot has the gun. And ever since we have Habitrot, he just pops out and blasts them. She's a plus, and also she's a good unit to have in general. I've been going at this tier list for a while, and we're still just we've almost finished the rider section, which is only 4 sections to go. 4 sections in, which still a lot of servants to go through. Still a lot. We're probably going to have to cut off at some point. Now, okay,